So welcome to the latest edition of the Transfer Roundup. Plenty to get your teeth stuck into. And we're going to start in North London with Arsenal, where they're set for a busy month before the start of the new Premier League season. Plenty of comings and goings expected at the Emirates Stadium. But perhaps one shock departure could be Laurent Koscielny. The club have confirmed he's refused to travel with the squad on their pre-season tour of the United States. He's been linked with plenty of teams back in France, as well as Borussia Dortmund and a couple of sides in Turkey. So lots of interest in the veteran defender, Tom. 9 years at Arsenal. Looks like it could be an acrimonious departure.
Yeah, and it's surprising in a lot of ways because, as you say, he's been a great servant to the club. He's their captain and seemingly he's never caused any trouble, but he's got his heart set on leaving this summer, wants the Gunners to release him from the final year of his contract. And you mentioned the potential return to France. I think he is a little bit homesick. He's reaching a stage in his career where he wants to go back to France and perhaps wind down his career slightly. Bordeaux is one team in particular that he's been linked with. It just seems a little bit strange the way he's going about things, trying to force through a move, not going on this tour. I don't think we expected it from him, particularly such an experienced player at the stage of his career where he's at. So I'm a little bit surprised, and I think now he's done this, it's difficult for him to come back, and I'd be very surprised if he remains at the Emirates Stadium next season.
Yeah, two players coming to Arsenal, potentially coming to Arsenal anyway. One could be an eventual replacement for Koscielny, William Saliba, 18-year-old defender from St Etienne. He's set to go back to St Etienne on loan. And the other being a midfielder in Dani Ceballos. He's set to join on loan from Real Madrid. Good signings for Arsenal?
Yeah, I think they will be. Saliba is a good signing in a way because he'll go back on loan, gain first-team experience, and Arsenal is believed they're going to be paying for him in instalments, so they won't lose too much of their budget for this summer, which we know is meant to be really tight. Likewise, if they can get a loan deal for Ceballos, fantastic he was for Spain as they won the Euro Under-21 Championship this summer. Perhaps deserves a crack at getting into the Real Madrid first team on a regular basis. If Arsenal can get him in a loan move and he can settle into life in the Premier League, then they could have a really world-class performer on their hands.
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave Real Madrid permanently. Tottenham interested in Ceballos as well, so it could be a fight between the two North London sides. Switching across to the east side of London, and West Ham are looking for new strikers. They've only got Javier Hernandez and Jordan Hugill on the books as recognised strikers at the moment, having allowed Marco Arnautovic and a couple of others to leave this summer. They're being linked with an ambitious move for Gonzalo Higuain, the Juventus striker who spent time on loan at Chelsea last season. Didn't exactly pull up any trees at Chelsea, Tom, but West Ham looking like they might take a chance on him.
Yeah, this seems like a strange move for me, as you say. Underwhelmed at Chelsea, 5 goals he managed, and they were all against sides towards the bottom of the division. So I think it'd be a little bit strange for West Ham to take such a risk on Higuain. Even if it is a loan move, they'll still be paying a large chunk of his wages, which are going to be considerably high. And it's believed Juventus also want to insert a buy option in there as well that would force West Ham to pay big money next summer. I think Juventus are looking at around the £36 million mark for a player who'll be 32 in 12 months' time. That seems a lot, particularly if he performs like he did when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah, expect to see West Ham linked with, I think, plenty of strikers over the coming weeks before the start of the Premier League season. Finally, another former Chelsea striker in Diego Costa is being linked with a return to the Premier League. Wolves supposedly interested in him. Now, it would represent quite a coup, you'd have thought, for Wolves. Hasn't worked out for Costa back at Atletico Madrid. Looks like he's surplus to requirements now. They've signed Morata and João Felix. So could you see him fitting in at Wolves, Tom?
I think I could. I mean, we know he's proven in the Premier League. He was fantastic during his time at Chelsea when he was focused on matters on the pitch. He's got the physical ability and the goal-scoring ability to be a real asset to Wolves, who probably do need another striker to support Raul Jimenez. He was really doing it on his own in the final third last season as a central striker. So I think there's a lot of sense there. Costa could prove a success if Nuno can really tame his aggressive nature, if you like, both on and off the pitch. He's a really big character, Diego Costa. So if Nuno can get to grips with that and incorporate him into the Wolves squad and the Wolves philosophy, then yeah, he could be a big success and could be that missing piece in getting Wolves from 7th place into pushing for a top 6 finish.
Yeah, he's currently serving a ban for abusing the referee. In Spanish football is Costa, so as you say, he's got plenty of work to do on his temperament still. That's your lot for today's edition of the Transfer Roundup. What do you think about the potential comings and goings at the respective clubs we talked about, and plenty of other sides in the Premier League? Don't forget to give us your thoughts on our social media channels on Twitter and Facebook, and sign up for all of our latest videos on YouTube.